Blue Dot. Cultivating Love for Learning.
Chapter 10. Chemical Effects of Electric Current. Overview. Conductors, insulators are already discussed by us in the previous classes, so in this class we will lay emphasis on conducting power of different conductors or current produced by different conductors, chemical effects of electric current, electrolysis and application of electrolysis. Let's get started. You have studied about electric current and some of its effects. Identify the effects of the electric current on which each of the following objects work. Conducting power of different conductors. Conductors are those materials that allow electric current to pass through them. Although aluminium, brass, iron, kerosene, lemon juice, salty water, etc. are all conductors, but have you ever wondered about their conducting power? Do all of them allow the bulb to glow with same intensity? The answer is no. Intensity of light produced by an electric device is judged by heating effect of current flowing through it. More current, more is the heat, more is the light produced. Directly we can say that current of 10A will produce more light in a LED as compared to the current of 2A. LED is equal to light emitting diode. Fact to know. A light-emitting diode, LED, is a semiconductor light source. LEDs are used as indicator lamps in many devices, in making torches and in traffic signals. Conducting power of different conductors allow their classification into poor and good conductors of electricity. Poor conductors are those that allow the passage of little current through them, whereas good conductors allow more amount of current to pass through them. For e.g., tap water and kerosene are poor conductors, whereas salt solution and lemon juice are good conductors. One very important point that can be drawn out from above examples is that salt allows conduction of electricity, i.e., why salty water is a good conductor as compared to tap water which contains less salt. So we can conclude that pure water or water without any salt content must be an insulator. Fact to know. Thomas Alva Edison is created to have invented the first light bulb. But you know what? He did not invent the first light bulb, but he did invent one which stayed lit for a few seconds. Electrolysis. The process of breaking up of an electrolyte chemically on passing an electric current through it is called electrolysis. A substance which conducts electricity in the liquid state or when dissolved in water and breaks up chemically during the process is called an electrolyte. Let us demonstrate the process through an experiment. Experiment to demonstrate chemical effect of electric current on water. Take 2 iron nails. Clean them with sandpaper. Wrap 1 or 2 rounds of copper wire around them and connect the other ends of the wires to the 2 terminals of battery. Take water in a beaker and add to it a little salt or a few drops of sulfuric acid to make it conducting. Immerse the nails, called electrodes, in the solution. Observe the nails carefully. Can you see small bubble of gases coming out from the water near the nails? It can be checked that the gases evolved are hydrogen and oxygen. When an electrolyte such as copper sulfate is dissolved in water, it breaks up into positively and negatively charged particles called ions. Positively charged ions are called cations while negatively charged particles are called anions. When electric current is passed through the solution, the cations move towards the negatively charged electrode, cathode, and anions towards the positively charged electrode, anode. Electrolysis finds its use in various chemical applications such as refining and extraction of metal, electroplating, etc. Dry cell. A dry cell converts chemical energy to electrical energy. Each dry cell can produce a voltage of 1.5 V. Chemical energy can be converted to electricity. But the reverse is also true. Passage of electric current can also allow or can assist in chemical reaction to occur. Fact to know. A generator is a device that converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. The process is based on the relationship between magnetism and electricity. Internal structure of a dry cell. Dry cell consists of two electrodes. Electrode is metallic strip or a wire that allow the current to pass through. The electrode connected to negative terminal of the battery is cathode and that connected to the positive terminal is anode. So cathode being negative attracts cations, positive ions, and anode being positive attracts anions, negative ions. In the center of the dry cell there lies a carbon rod that remains surrounded by electrolyte. Generally, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride paste is used in dry cell. The reactions that happen inside the cell are as follows. At the anode, Zn2 plus 2E. At the cathode, 2NH, Uk, plus 2E2NH3, G, plus H2, The hydrogen is removed by MnO. MnO2, S, plus H, G, Mn2O3, S, plus H2O, I. Therefore, the overall reaction at the cathode is 2NH4, Uk, plus MnO plus, S, plus 2EMN2O3, S, plus 2NH3, G, plus H2O, I. Unlike a wet cell, a dry cell can be used easily and can be kept in any orientation. It is portable and compact compared to a wet cell. It is capable of producing a potential difference of 1.5 volts. Electroplating. Electroplating is the process of plating one metal onto another by hydrolysis, most commonly for decorative purposes or to prevent corrosion of a metal. There are also specific types of electroplating such as copper plating, silver plating, and chromium plating. The purposes of electroplating: 1. Appearance. 2. Protection. 3. Special surface properties. 4. Engineering or mechanical properties. Applications of electroplating. Electroplating allows manufacturers to use inexpensive metals such as steel or zinc for the majority of the product and then apply different metals on the outside to account for appearance, protection, and other properties desired for the product. The surface can be a metal or even plastic. Electrophining. The process of purifying metals using electrolysis is called electrophining. A thick block of impure metal is taken as the anode and a thin rod of pure metal is taken as the cathode. A solution of the salt of the metals is used as an electrolyte in this process. When electricity is passed through the solution, the impure metal used as anode slowly goes into the solution and pure metal gets deposited on the thin metal rod taken as the cathode. As the refining process takes place, the impurities in the metal block settle down at the bottom of the container or dissolve in the solution. Copper is refined industrially using this process. A thick block of impure copper is used as the anode and a thin copper rod is used as cathode. Copper sulfate solution is used as electrolyte. When electric current is passed through the solution, impurities go into the solution and pure copper is deposited on the thin copper rod. Scientific words. Electric current, flow of charged particles through a conductor constitutes an electric current. Conductors, materials in which charged particles can move freely, are called conductors. Insulators, materials in which charged particles cannot move freely, are called insulators. Electrical conductivity. The measure of the ability of a substance to allow the flow of electric current is called electrical conductivity. Ions, atoms or groups of atoms with a positive or a negative charge are called ions. Electrolysis. The production of a chemical reaction by passing an electric current through an electrolyte is called electrolysis. Electroplating. The method of coating one metal with another using an electric current is called electroplating. Quick recap. Different conductors have different power to generate current. Chemical energy can be converted to electric energy. Electrolysis is a very important commercial phenomenon.
Like, share, subscribe.